This week in green, I've got terrible news. You're dead. But now there's a way you can help the planet even after you've kicked the bucket. That's right, you can stay green in the grave thanks to a company called Return Home, which has introduced a process known as terramation, where your remains can be composted. CEO of Return Home, Micah Truman, stated that cremation takes about 30 gallons of fuel and pumps about 540 pounds of CO2 in the atmosphere, so we've devised a system that runs about 90% cleaner than that. Return Home's terramation places your human remains in an airtight container surrounded by a mixture of alfalfa and sawdust. The heat generated from our decomposing bodies creates an active microbial environment, transforming our remains into soil after about 30 days. The soil is then given to the family. In 2020, 1.8 million Americans were cremated, which, as a result, exceeded 360,000 metric tons of CO2 emissions released annually. This is why Return Home offers an eco-friendly solution for those who wish to leave behind a cleaner planet. However, the new service does put the final nail in the coffin for Up Yours Mother Earth funeral services, which sends you out to sea in a styrofoam raft on a raft filled with empty water bottles. Pooch that joke to the moon. The idea being, they don't care about Earth, see? And so they're putting you on a styrofoam suit, see? And then there's water bottles, right? And then it's powered by like a diesel generator that's powering this whole separate gasoline-powered poop destroyer that throws carbon dioxide and literal coal into the sky while cremating your body not at all. And
that company's going out of business. That's what you're telling me.
Up Yours Mother Earth.
Up Yours Mother Earth funeral services. You can count on that your body will stay here forever, even inside the styrofoam suit. That's great. Yeah. I get it. What I loved after that rant was you said "see" after about 2 or 3 sentences, like you were a 1920s gangster. Yeah. You're like, "It's a styrofoam suit, see?"
That's right. When you try to explain something properly, you gotta get your inner gangster out.
See?
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. I actually, when I first started hearing the story, I was on the fence about it, and then as it went on, I was going, "Oh, I actually might very well do that for myself, as a nice little way of getting rid of my bones and body super fast and putting myself back into planters." So I think it's kind of cool what they're doing.
It's interesting. I think what we like to do on the show a lot is to bring up what new technologies are out there, what people are working on, what stuff's going on. I'll be honest, I chose it because I think it's kind of a fun topic of just like you die, here's something you can do with your body. Death is hilarious.
Of course.
So I like to talk about it, in hilarious terms. Wow. But it's funny. If you just bury your body in the ground, and don't need your remains to be given to anybody, or just throw yourself into the sea and let the fish have you.
Yeah,
it's a lot more eco-friendly than either option, the cremation or even.
Yeah. But you're not taking up land for a period of time.
You don't take up land. If people make a big stink about you gotta have your gravestone and your headstone and somewhere people to look at you and everything else. But even then, you're really good fertilizer for whatever's growing on top of you. Eventually, when that graveyard gets destroyed in another 3,000 years because they've forgotten who we are, that's going to be really good land. It's going to be your body will be very useful for someone to make food in the future.
Oh, see,
didn't you watch Lion King?
I did, but
circle of life. They die and we become the grass, which gets eaten by the cows. That's the circle of life.
But they keep putting us in boxes. That's what I thought. Like they keep putting our bodies. We're not in the ground. We're like in these shells and cases and things like that.
There's a big thought like we've got to keep the body lasting longer than ever. So there's like a bunch of stuff they do to make the body last.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's what I think that maybe the heart behind this was like, let's stop making the body last. In fact, let's make the body last 30 days and then your planter food.
Which fair, it is better than many options. But if you just dug a hole like we used to do, see, in the gangster days,
see,
and then just dump the body.
Yeah, so
just dump the body in the hole, cover it up. Beautiful fertilizer.
So the solution is we just go back to traditional: dig a hole, roll them in.
Traditional, knocking a guy off.
Oh, you are a gangster.
Dumping him in a hole somewhere, and then that's the way you got it. That's the most eco-friendly way for us to move forward. It's currently only legal, this system, in 3 states, so we don't have to worry too much about it happening everywhere. It's Colorado, Oregon, and Washington. And the conventional cremation methods, they require fuel to heat the bodies, and the temperatures go up to 650 degrees Celsius in order to cause the incineration to occur.
Whoa, that is super hot.
Pretty hot. Pretty hot.
Pretty hot. Yeesh.
And that's all I've got. So we'll have more for you soon.